Hola! Bienvenido a Fresh Perspective on Business podcast. For all those English people out there, welcome to a Fresh Perspective on Business podcast. I'm Laura Leyland, Managing Director of Fresh Perspective. We are a recruitment business with a twist on the traditional. Everything we do as a twist, including this podcast. And I'm here today with my co-host, Tony Greenwood.
Hello! I made an unnecessary early noise there and I didn't mean to.
Forgetting that I have to play to the audience as well as to you.
We are streaming on of the YouTube. Oh, we didn't take that down, did we?
No, we didn't take this. Sorry, guys. It's only the second time that we've filmed the podcast. We're not quite used to the mise en scène. We've tried our best. Honestly, it took us about 5,000 hours to get all the cameras set up.
It literally has. We've found we've got 17 tripods at Fresh Perspective, and only 3 work.
A tripod shop.
We've got a tripod shop. If you're looking for a tripod,
I'm really hot now.
It is hot.
Let's put the aircon on. I've had to put my microphone on my bigger microphone because it was tickling my chin.
It was tickling your chin. I'm all right with the chin tickle, personally. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi. we know what we're doing. Honestly, this is our
We genuinely do.
201st
201
podcast. Just take my socks off.
Are you taking your socks off?
I'm hot.
What a start to a podcast.
So we do know what we're doing when it comes to audio.
Yeah.
But
it's just the visuals.
Throws us off. But, we are bringing it to YouTube for you guys.
For YouTube. For your ears and your eyes in equal measure and equal delight. Laura, what's the name of the podcast today, please?
It is called Paparazzi.
You want to sing?
That is what famous people want. Well, they say they don't, but they do like the attention. And it's about marketing, your business. So you want the paparazzi outside your business doors.
You do.
That's what it's called. But I really love this song.
Yeah, you do. And you're brilliant at singing it. I'm not.
Thanks so much. I'm giving Lady Gaga run for her money today.
A real run.
I'm your biggest fan. I'll follow you until you love me. Paparazzi. Baby, there's no other superstar. You know that I'll be your
paparazzi.
Promise I'll be kind, but I won't stop until that sale is mine.
Yes, good.
La 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 la. Paparazzi.
Wow.
Oh my God.
What a treat for my eyes and my ears.
Welcome.
Wow. I enjoyed that, and I hope you'd go.
I'm so glad.
I hope everyone did too. This is all about marketing and supporting your business and getting your business out there and all that sort of stuff. But before
popular and famous.
But before that, it's a week to the Freshies, and we've got to talk about that in a minute. But this is episode 201 of A Fresh Perspective on Business podcast. But Laura, can you share with me and all the listeners and all the viewers around planet Earth right now, what is that in Spanish, please?
Episodio número 201.
201.
Uno.
Excellent. We don't quite know why we say Spanish at the beginning, but a lot of feedback has been it's their favourite bit of the show.
I love it. We don't remember. It's been that
Nobody
long.
knows. Well, we've done 201 episodes.
My God. Podcast superstar.
We don't know. We don't
Soon
know.
to be
We don't
YouTube
care.
superstars.
Soon to be YouTube sensations. Forget Sidemen. Forget it. You want to see this shizzle in you? You want to hear Lady Gaga, babe? You don't even know who they are.
Oh my God, yes.
You want to see Laura, the managing director of a recruitment agency, recruitment organisation, singing Lady Gaga on a Friday.
Of course. I mean,
That's
who
what
doesn't
you want.
That?
It's this part of the podcast where we talk about what we've been up to. Now, the first phrase here is something to do with Pop Idol or Britain's Got Talent. No, Pop Idol. X Factor.
But before we do that, I've got big news.
What is it?
Big news. It's not on the schedule.
Oh my God! There's so many things going through my head here.
My big toenails come off.
Oh yes! This is did it. Congratulations and celebrations.
I really was hoping that I'd be able to hang on to it for one more week because I didn't want to be toenail-less for the Freshies.
It's a good conversation starter, though, isn't it?
Oh. So it came off this morning.
What have you done with it?
Pete came in and went, "What's your hand out?" And I put it in his hand. He went, "Ugh."
So is it gone in the bin? You not keep it?
I think Penny might have took it somewhere. Yeah, it's in the bin. No, it's in the bin.
I kept mine.
No, it's a bit grim, so I put it in the bin.
I kept mine for a bit. As a memento. I don't think, is that right or wrong? I don't know.
I don't know. I had my wisdom tooth took out once, and I kept that for a bit.
Teeth are all right, but maybe toenails.
Toenails. We want to keep our toes, preferably on our feet.
The toenail. I kept my toenail for a while, a few weeks.
Oh, really?
After Manchester. Oh, yeah. In Manchester.
I just don't know where I would put it, so it's gone in the bin.
Ah.
That's in the past.
It's a proper war wound, is that?
It is, and then I will lose another one, but that is hanging on for dear life.
Will it go before next week?
Oh, I don't know. I hope not. I'm gonna have to go and try and get some fake toenails.
That can't be a thing. It's not a thing.
No, it is. Well, people get them. You know, they get nails for their. I'm sure you can get big, like a thumb one that are big enough for a toe. Well, I asked my nail lady, I'm like, well, can you put an acrylic on it? She's like, well, yeah, if there's a toenail underneath. I'm like, well, there is a baby one. She went, no, that's just soft tissue. I'm like, it feels like a toenail to me.
Oh.
So my friend Stacey, who goes to the same nail place as Vicky, our manager.
Hi, Vicky.
Message Vicky on Taylor on LinkedIn. Say hi.
Hi.
And she said she's put a fake one on for her, so I might have to go and see someone different. Sorry, Becky.
Oh, sorry, Becky. All right. Okay.
Other than that, I'm going to have to get a false one and hope that it stays on. I did ask if I could Gorilla Glue my existing nail on. Apparently that's not, I shouldn't do that.
That would stay on for a long time. Gorilla Glue my nail on.
Other glues are available.
Other glues are available. They're just based in Chorley. Really strong glue, hence Gorilla.
Yes. Okay, anyway, there you go. That's my big note. Big unscheduled news.
Unscheduled news.
I thought you'd appreciate that.
I do. Because have you really run a marathon or run a race hard if you've not lost a toenail? No. That's the thing.
I think Vicky's going to pull one of her toenails off.
She needs to. She must.
Doesn't feel like she's a proper runner because she's not lost one
yet.
yet.
She's not run hard enough. She's not raced hard enough.
She's not pushed herself enough.
No.
Come on, Vicky Taylor.
Lazy.
Can people please send Vicky Taylor the running emoji and a LinkedIn message?
Please do. She would love to receive that message.
She would.
What's happened this week? It just says judges' houses. I mean,
that's what it feels like. Judges' houses. So the Beaver Awards. If you're not from Lancashire, you won't know what they are, but they're run by the Chamber of Commerce up here.
They are.
And they're big local awards, massive awards, a big deal really. You really want to win one. So the process is strenuous. So you have to write an application, which took me hours.
Yes.
Then we go to a 45-minute interview, which is a long time to be grilled.
It is.
And then they come to your office. It's like judges' houses, but instead of going to their house, they come to ours. It's like welcome to Fresh. None of us had shoes on. I'm like, we just need to be who we are.
Yeah, of course.
And if that is not good enough for the Bieber judges, that'll be sad. But we've got to be true to ourselves.
Yeah, true to your values and true to.
So they came on Tuesday.
Great.
We showed them all the office dogs. They met all the team.
Great.
We had a spring clean before they came. Office is looking sparkly.
It is looking pleasant, yeah. It is looking nice. How do you think you performed?
We did our best. I think we did all right, but you never know, do you?
I
mean, one judge was really switched off. He was just leaning against the wall on his phone. So I hope he just scores everyone the same.
That's a bit sad. Yeah. Unless he doesn't like green or something, or...
Yeah, so
it's a bit... Should be a judge if you're not judging.
If he was... Because we were the last ones I've ate on the day. So he was possibly tired, but then what if he's gone to the first one and was engaged and he scored them higher?
Come on, John.
Oh, I know. But it was good. Really, really good to meet them. It was nice to show them Fresh and let them meet the team that we talked so passionately about in the interview.
They didn't eat many donuts, did they?
No.
No, I did yesterday.
They didn't drink any of the schlur that we got them. We didn't think we should get them alcohol.
What's schlur?
It's like fizzy pop, really, but like
Really?
It looks like rosé prosecco.
Oh, good gracious!
Champagne flutes out. I made a big deal that they weren't interested, but maybe
well,
they're not allowed.
No, maybe not. Maybe you got to stick to tea and coffee. Did they have a brew?
No beverages of any choice.
No beverage. Did he have any biscuit? No, probably didn't.
No
biscuits.
Maybe they would fill the boots at other places.
If you were last, they've had a lot of biscuits and a lot of A lot of
liquid.
lot of donuts. Absolutely. We've had a new Freshie start, which has been a bit weird for me this week. Not weird, but the world is a small world. So your new PA started.
She did.
She's called Gemma.
She started on Monday. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
And
It's been a long time coming.
yeah, it has.
She had to work a full 4-week notice, which felt like 4 months.
Wowzer.
Because once you decide you need some help, you want it then. You
You're
have
at-
to wait 4 weeks for
You're
it.
at the end of you're at the end of your tolerance level, aren't you? I'd say.
Yeah, so she started. She's fab. She's been a big help already.
Yay. And she
And you
I know her.
know people in common.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I've been introduced to her for the first time yesterday. And said, yeah, I used to live in Charity. She said, I live in Fenniscoles. I go, I've got friends who live in Skenniscoles. Adam Eccles, oh yeah, I know his wife, Jo. Wild. Yeah, wild.
So wild.
And she knows one of my best friends, Mark. It's a small world. It's a small world. But welcome, Gemma.
Welcome, Gemma. She fits in great. She fits like she's been here for ages.
Yeah, good. Excellent.
Well, you've been up a big mountain recently, haven't you?
Went to the Lake District last weekend with 4 of my friends, and it was excellent. We got an Airbnb in Keswick, and
Not Keswick.
no,
No.
I think Keswick, silent W,
Okay.
and we climbed Skiddaw. Now, what I didn't know until after the climb is that, are you familiar with the Komoot app?
No.
So the Komoot app is something where you can input where you are or what destination you want to go to, and you can put in a trail run, a road run, a walk, a cycle, or whatever, and it'll put some suggested walks. So I looked at Skiddaw weeks ago, and I thought, oh yeah, this looks okay. Anyway, I negated to look at the fact that it said not beginner, not intermediate. It said expert climber.
Skiddaw, it's a hill.
It's very steep.
Have you been? Maybe you went up a different way to me.
3,000 feet up.
It's a big hill.
It's
It's a mountain, but for me, it's an easy path up. There's no scrambling or climbing or like.
Oh, it's
I don't think
steep.
specific skill involved. You've got to be fit to get up it. Is that what you think it means?
Therein lies the problem with my friends.
Okay.
I think it nearly...
Because when you were telling me you were going, I'm like, you'll be fine.
Oh, yes.
You have run a marathon.
I have. I've not got my T-shirt on today, actually, but I have run a marathon. And
You need to show everybody your Fresh Perspective Don't Be a Dick t-shirt. Turn for the cameras. Whee!
if everyone followed this piece of advice...
The world will be a better place.
Thank you. So I walked up Skiddaw, not as fast as I would have liked, but we went 3,000 feet in the air. It's really windy and breezy at 3,000 feet. Windier than you think, or some of my friends thought. And then we came back down. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say everyone enjoyed it as much as
Oh,
me.
no. What did they expect? It's a mountain.
Yeah.
Did they just think they were going to
They just kept saying expert level of fitness. And I was going, I've got an expert level of fitness.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, we had a great time. We had a great time. We went to the pub, had some lovely beers, saw some lovely people, ate some lovely food, had some lovely wine. But
Sounds lovely.
there was only 3 of us that wanted to walk on the Sunday, so we didn't bother. 2 of them, one of my friends was too busy watching a church service, and the other one was too busy crying because he was broken from the day before.
Do you know what? It's mad, isn't it? Because it's something that we just take for granted that we could
Easy.
just walk up a mountain.
I'd gone up Cat Bells, taken 3 hours,
Yeah.
like just
Oh my
walking
God, it's a
around.
good job you didn't do Old Man of Coniston.
That's what they want to do. I did that last time with them.
See, that's a harder walk, I think, because there's more scrambling and navigating involved.
Yeah, maybe. It was just anyway. It was good. I spent some quality time with some quality people. Thank you, gentlemen. And the Euros start today. Woo! If you're not into your football,
When is
Not
the first
fit.
England match?
Sundag.
So, okay, right. So we've got in the sweepstake at Fresh. I've got Italy
Good, strong team.
and another team. I can't remember. I think it begins with S. Not a primary one.
Serbia.
Could be
Slovakia.
Slovenia, Slovakia, somewhere like
You
that.
can't keep right. Well, Yeah, Slovakia might be.
I feel like we should have had two draws, one with the Premier teams in and one with the non-Premier team. And we all have one of each. Because Lindsay has got England and something like France.
Well, what have I got?
Don't remember.
Right. Who knows?
Everybody out there probably. It's in the group, in the WhatsApp group.
I'm not in the WhatsApp group.
The Fresh WhatsApp group. But I can't check because I'm recording on my phone.
And I'm recording on my phone. I'm not in the Fresh WhatsApp group.
So once we finish the podcast, we will find out.
Woo! So yeah, Euros start today. Very excited. You went out on the weekend, didn't you? You text me a word. I didn't know what it was. I had to Google it.
Oh, Fazenda, amazing restaurant. Steak. Like, if you don't like meat, don't go. For a vegan, it's probably not a great place for you.
No.
Oh my God, it was so good. And I actually, since Emily, she's my business partner and my sister, for those of you that don't know, she's been on maternity leave with baby number 2. She now has 2 children under 2. So it's been a long time since it was just me and her. And I can't remember the last time we actually just went out on our own together.
Great.
But which is bad, but good that we done it.
So Tom must have managed 2 children.
He did, for one whole evening.
Crikey. Did you not stay over, no? Train?
No, we got the train back because Emily had to be at a christening the next day.
Of course.
Christening a child's birthday party. So that was really nice. We went out, we laughed, we drank wine, we ate meat. So much meat. And then we went dancing. It was great.
Where did you go dancing at?
Lawn Club.
Lawn Club.
Oh my God. It's right next to the Ivy. It is mega.
Really?
Yeah, tiny little bit chavvy, but I didn't care because the music was like at the Freshies.
Really?
And people were dancing on the tables.
Really?
Oh, it's so good. We all need to go. Bottomless brunch at Lawn Club.
Really? I've never heard of that place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we should definitely go.
We should definitely go.
So,
yes,
maybe we should start talking about marketing.
Marketing, man.
Marketing.
Thank you.
At Fresh, we aren't marketing experts. I mean, some of you might be really surprised to hear that. We are recruitment experts. But we are good at marketing in one respect because recruitment is a sales and marketing campaign. You are selling and marketing yourselves, other people's businesses, opportunities, candidates all the time. Employer branding is how you market to your candidates, the people that you want to hire. So we do know a thing or two about marketing. But when it comes to marketing our own business, that hasn't been as easy. We've marketed as an employer of choice to the candidates that we want to attract to come work at Fresh. But marketing the business to attract clients has been a process of trial and error, I would say. So we can share, which I will do a little bit today. Obviously, I've not got a great deal of time. I can give you
No, we've got enough
nuggets of information as to what we've done to market Fresh over the years, and we must be doing something okay because we are still here after 8 years.
Yes.
So some of it works. Not all of it has worked. Some of the things I could talk about that haven't worked for us, but it doesn't mean that they won't work for you. But recently we've taken control of our marketing over the last 5 months. It was mostly outsourced, so we brought it back in-house.
Is it mostly insourced or totally
mostly
insourced?
Mostly insourced now, but with the support of Jake at Creative Individuals predominantly, and a few other people.
Excellent.
So we've created together a marketing strategy of things that we know we should be doing, things that we know work, and we've deprioritised things that we don't think work at the moment and we don't have time to look at.
Good, because I have some questions about that later.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
And yes, we pulled it together. So we just thought we'd share it with you guys. If anything helps you guys at your businesses, then job well done.
Beautiful.
I will feel happy and I will sleep well tonight.
Hey, good. So we're going to talk about the first option for marketing, which of course is a social media platform, LinkedIn, which if you didn't know, 12% of LinkedIn content is produced by Fresh Perspective, isn't it? It's a lot.
Yeah, probably more now.
Probably more.
Yeah.
Probably more.
I would say we probably got 5 to 10% of our business through LinkedIn prior to 2020.
Right.
In COVID, we did a lot on LinkedIn because we didn't want anything
Nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do. We were bored, and we wanted to keep going and have purpose. So we did a lot on LinkedIn, and I would say in the last 2 years,
yes,
maybe 3, is when we've really ramped it up, learned a lot about it, and figured it out, I think, and nailed it as a strategy.
Yes.
And now 80% of our sales revenue comes through LinkedIn.
80%.
So if you're not on LinkedIn, get on LinkedIn. Not just as a business page, but as individuals. We pull in If it's just your sales team, that's fine.
Yes.
But if it's your entire business, because we know there's 11 of us as of Monday when Gemma started,
Yes.
everybody gets involved in the strategy. So it's easier. Obviously, if you're a bigger business, you might just want your sales team, but get on it and get using it. Your target audience is on LinkedIn.
It is. I say this to the sales team all the time. But yeah, and there's a lot of good insight that you can get off LinkedIn, especially, people who are viewing your profile. You can also see what your competitors are doing and what they're posting and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah, inspiration.
Yes.
Tips, advice, ideas, creativity.
Absolutely. And it's a good place to live. I should really go back on there.
You really should. So we have a business strategy with the pages, and when we all engage on the page content to make it go further.
Yes.
And that is, we pick a topic of a month. So last month it was IT. So we were helping IT candidates.
Great.
We were helping IT businesses. We were helping businesses that needed to hire IT who might not be technically minded themselves. And then we think of topics and services that we want to push as Fresh, and then the team have their own individual strategies now. So what we did was analyze the demographics and the analytics of their individual posts. I feel like I don't know which camera to look at. I'm like this.
Why don't you look at this one here
And the middle one.
and then the middle one, because this is for me here. Hello. It's like you're on stage at the O2.
Oh, I've been practicing my good evening, Blackburn Cathedral.
Hello, Blackburn. Who's with me?
Anyway, sorry.
Anyways, we digress.
Exciting.
Interlude.
Got
Jingle.
excited. Jingle. What?
We've lost the
So
thread.
the team have their own. We all have our own individual strategy now. So we've analysed the demographics, and that what I mean by that is looking at your post analytics, like who is looking, size of business, industry, job title of the people looking, locations, and then you can target your content to them. When you're connecting to people, you can connect to those people. When you're sending messages to your first degree connections to keep in touch with them, those are the people that you'll possibly start with. So it's really, really important. It's very, very good for inbound marketing, demonstrating your culture, your values, your expertise, your successes. And then you can do paid adverts as well.
Yes.
You can target where your content goes. Which
Can
is
you?
amazing. Yeah.
Have you started doing that?
We have trialled it. It's probably quite new because we've not needed to do it, but we've probably tied it in. Once we started to do some PPC recently, we're like, let's emulate this as paid ads on LinkedIn as well.
Okay. Let's move on to your website then, because you've got a brand new jazzy website as of 2 weeks ago, haven't you?
I know.
Which is apparently very Google friendly. I don't know what that means, very Google friendly, but it is very Google friendly.
I think some of the fonts are Google fonts. Apparently it's SEO'd up to the eyeballs, and that says Jake's exact words, which is what you want to hear.
Well done, Jake.
Yeah, so our branding is green, as you can see from the screen if you're watching.
And the carpet.
So we love the look of our previous website. I had a lot of video on it, and it was not built the best on the back end, I'm told. And it's all about the back end.
It is all about the back end.
So Jake's redesigned it. It looks simpler, it's cleaner, and a really fresh. Actually, it looks fresher.
Okay.
But yeah, apparently it's very Google friendly.
Great.
Which is really important to be seen, and it's got to have the right content so that Google will rank it effectively. But yeah, I think it will make, obviously it's quite new, and we're now we can do the SEO on it, which hopefully will actually work because it's built properly.
Yes.
So, but it is a long game SEO, so we've started with that. Like on-page SEO, the technical SEO, keyword ranking, making sure it's accessible, writing blogs and articles with backlinks, making sure we're regularly updating the website, alt tags. The speed has been massively improved, the speed of loading the website, which makes a big difference.
Blimey, well done, Jake.
So
Has Jake done all this?
Yeah, we've done a lot. We've updated the pictures, we updated the wording. Tony Greenwood is on the website. What are you, head of broadcasting entertainment?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I actually said that to Gemma earlier. She's like, wow, what a great job. I didn't even question it. I wonder how long we can keep.
Because you deliver it with such confidence.
And yes, I do deliver it with confidence and enthusiasm.
And then we started PPC. PPC adverts.
Yeah, I did that a few years ago. It's quite a world, isn't it?
So Jake explained it to me because I was like, I've never done this. I don't really know what it is, how to do it. I'm not a marketing expert. I'm a recruitment expert.
You are.
So he gave me this analogy. He's like, right, have you ever been fishing? I'm like, no. He went, right, well, pretend you've been fishing.
Okay.
So it's like, we have multiple rods.
Yeah.
And we have a maggot on one.
Yeah.
Bread.
Yep.
Other things that fish like, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Chicken. I don't know.
Chicken. Who knows? Anyway, so you put something different. So the different things on the rods are like keywords for like IT recruitment.
Okay.
Marketing recruitment. Other things. And
Yes.
Then cash your rods.
Yep.
And you see which ones you get more bites on.
Yes.
So then that was a certain area. I'm not going to give all our tips and tricks away. And so we focused on that particular one for our first lot of Google ads. And we tested and tried a few things. And it's working well.
Great. Same with, is that how it works with LinkedIn as well? You just weave some stuff, weave that back in into LinkedIn.
It's just doing a bit of analytics, research, data gathering, testing things.
Because you've got to start somewhere,
before you start shoving a lot of money into it.
Yeah, because you get some free beans, by the way, with Google.
Oh yeah, we had 400 free beans.
Whoa!
I know, so generous.
That is a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. One of my questions for later is how do you measure success on that? What's the definition of success look like? What's the definition of success look like for that 400 quid?
Well, our client, to me, would be a definition of success because then, yeah, okay, I've paid 400 quid for it.
Cost of acquisition
but
is
then
good.
that would be what I would pay commission anyway.
Yeah.
So say our average fee $4,000. So I paid commission out on that anyway. So really I'm just paying Google the commission.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
400
So even if I got, obviously
cost of
one
acquisition.
lead is not going to be enough because obviously conversion rates. But
Yeah.
a client, one new client for that 400 quid spend, I would say we're winning.
Lovely. Let's talk about the podcast.
Oh my God, we love our podcast.
I absolutely love. Instead of broadcast and entertainment, this is my favourite thing. I know we're filming it. I should really go and sunbed a bit more. But do you know what? It's a bit of fun, isn't it? And it allows us to show our personalities, not only audibly now, but visually. Hello, YouTube.
Oh, beautiful, happy smiling faces.
It allows people a little bit of insight if they're not on social media into what's going on at Life at Fresh, and they get brilliant hints and tips in business like we're doing now, plus some great life hacks.
Great life hacks.
Yeah.
So many life hacks.
Not many today that I can think of.
I mean, I could bring out one we've already shared that might have got lost in the last 200 episodes.
Okay.
If you're bathing your dog and they don't like to be bathed, put peanut butter on the side of the inside of the bath. And they will stand there and they will get the peanut butter and they will let you wash them.
Peanut butter in the bath with a dog. That's it.
Peanut butter bath time.
Life hack 201.
And now, anytime I get the peanut butter out of the kitchen cupboard, he runs to the
Woo!
bathroom.
He's like, yay! Bath time, baby.
Well, no, the podcast is really, it allows us to show the softer, more fun side to Fresh. And you get, obviously, different people are on it. You get to hear us, listen about us, get to know us. And it allows people to see and hear who we are as people. Obviously, our social media in general is not serious. But, you know, we are a lot more relaxed on the podcast. I mean, there is some swearing sometimes.
Sometimes there is.
Put on LinkedIn.
Vicky Taylor's not here now, so the swearing, it probably won't even swear on this episode.
So I recommend doing a podcast. We've recently moved onto a different platform away from SoundCloud, which I think distributes it onto Apple and Spotify, because we weren't getting what we needed from an analytics perspective, so we couldn't see what our demographic was, who's listening, which episodes they liked. So we've moved on to something called Buzzsprout, which I thought Jake said Brussels sprout. So then I was like, right, when we put it on Brussels sprout,
Brussels sprout.
What are you talking about? I'm like, oh,
Buzzsprout.
But so we get more analytics,
Great.
and it means we can go on platforms like Amazon Music. So you can be like, Alexa, play a Fresh Perspective on Business podcast.
Alexa, add 100 eggs to my shopping list.
Sounds like my shopping list with a Peter. So podcast coupled with YouTube, TikTok. They're obviously our video and audio platforms. YouTube's probably a little bit more formal in terms of its recruitment tips for candidates, for clients, business tips. There is some light-hearted videos, our MTV Cribs and our Fresh in the Press, which is our light-hearted take on the news.
Indeed.
And then TikTok is all fun, but hopefully relatable to recruiters, office life, just general
General
employment
silliness.
places. Yeah.
Yeah, good. And you can really get across your personality on that, can't you?
Yeah, so I think across those three, you can be silly and be yourself. You show culture, personality, values. You give value add. You demonstrate your expertise. So I think all those three complement each other really well.
How do you get more subscribers on of the YouTube? Is that a bit like LinkedIn and the Google? You need to invest some time, some money to understand how the algorithms work and how the mechanics work on that platform. I have no idea how that works.
What's been good from a YouTube perspective is we've been putting what we record for Instagram Reels and TikToks on YouTube Shorts.
Oh.
And then people like those, and then that brings them to the page for the longer videos.
Okay.
But I think, it's going and following other subscribing to other pages as well. And making sure that you're promoting it and people know you have it.
Yes, of course.
And using your other social media channels like Instagram, Facebook and LinkedIn to divert people back to the website, the podcast and YouTube channels, etc.
Excellent. Well done. Instagram and Facebook, quite the beast. Shout out Mark Zuckerberg if you're watching. I bet you are.
It is. It's possibly more candidate-led, our Instagram and Facebook, although Facebook groups are good for kind of marketing the business. They are less businessy in comparison to LinkedIn. Very much photograph and video, really, on Instagram. So we're okay with that, as we
you love
as you
a photo.
Can tell. We
you
love
love
videos and photographs.
Absolutely.
So we use them for like competitions, behind the scenes, the culture, celebrating birthdays, when we've been to events and things like that.
Yeah.
So LinkedIn is possibly more content with photos. You've got the podcast, the YouTube and TikTok. The YouTube for your audio and visual videos. And then Instagram is probably more light-hearted videos, and Facebook is more graphic content for candidates.
Okay.
I would say your LinkedIn is your B2B, and Facebook and Insta probably B2C.
Correct. Yes, absolutely. That's what we do.
But really good for local. Like Facebook is really good for local stuff. If you really have a business that needs to focus on local consumers or local businesses, I think Facebook, LinkedIn to a degree, but Facebook is very, very much more a local platform, I think.
A lot of digital communities on Facebook, isn't there? Yeah. Regardless of whether that could be by a location, it could be by hobby, it could be by whatever it is. Whether it's running, whether it's the trades, whether it's beer, whether it's entertainment, hospitality. I know that in different towns and cities around the UK, there's hospitality groups where all the bar managers, they just have their own WhatsApp group and they're looking for stuff. They're looking for staff. They're looking for free bottles of this. They're looking for, have you got any glasses? It's really good. And that's why I think Facebook is a really, really good tool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they all complement each other, and it's hard to do them all. So I think you need to pick where you think you're going to have your wins first. Start with that if you've not done anything, and then expand over time. Don't try and do everything all at once, because it's really hard work.
Absolutely. And then we're going to move on to events and charity work. Which is one of my favourite topics. I don't know if you know, but we're hosting our 4th Charity Awards next week. It's in a cathedral this time.
And yesterday, we surpassed how much money we raised for charity last year, which was £16,000. So we got tipped over into £17,000 yesterday. We're now at over 300 tickets sold. And it's, everything is coming together.
Beautiful.
I'm really excited.
This time next week, I'll be on sunbed. So there's loads of events and charity work that you could potentially do, and there's loads of stuff that Fresh do. Networking with a Twist, which is a monthly collaboration in the outdoors with different charities to raise loads of money. There's different networking events that you can go to promote your business and meet other like-minded business individuals, to collaborate and hopefully refer each other to different organisations to grow your business. Going to events and awards. You must put yourself forward for awards. Go to events.
Then do apologise.
It's all right. I don't mind.
Yeah, I think you need to get out there and about, whether you go to events or you have your own events. There's nothing quite like meeting people in person. Don't just be on LinkedIn, on Teams, on the phone. Going meeting people is still really, really important, but it's finding the right events for you. So obviously we have our Freshies where people come to us and networking with a twist, but going to awards and getting to know people at the awards, the judges, the other competitors finally. Winners, just people in your community. Go and meet them. Go to people's events, whether it's a charity event, Macmillan Coffee Morning or things like that. Networking groups, but obviously they've got to be the right networking group for you.
And your business.
And at events, like we've done expos before, they've not really worked for us at Fresh. We have done them quite local. So now I think we're going to turn our hand to going to industry-specific events, not recruitment, but the industries that we work well in. Going to those events and networking and getting to know people at those events rather than being an exhibitor ourselves. It's just going and getting to know people and finding out about other businesses, other products and services that are out there.
Excellent. Good idea. Couple of other things. Email marketing. You probably don't have a necessity to do a lot of email marketing, but if you've got various offers or campaigns that you want to promote to specific clients, you can segment your customers on your CRM, on your database, so that certain things go to certain people. You can share business updates and newsletters, which doesn't always need to be 100% salesy. It can be more information-led. And this works for something that we're doing in our business right now, so that's really good. Do you do any email marketing? Probably.
We have done but we didn't really get much from it, and it was a bit time consuming to begin with. So we've kind of put that on ice for the time being, whilst we focus on the other things that we actually prefer and we get more results from. So it could be something that we bring back into the fray, but it isn't something that we're doing at the moment. But we have tried it; it's not worked for us, and so we've just left it for now. Like the conferences and trade exhibitions in the local ones, we tried it; it didn't work, so we're going to do something different.
Trade events is a good thing for our business. I'm the sales director for a brewery. We don't mention the brewery on this podcast. And I think a trade event, personally, like Laura, like you just said, is really good because you've got all the people, all your target market is in one room. Yeah. So we went to an event 8 weeks ago at the GMEX, Manchester Central, called the Northern Restaurant and Bar Show. So everyone who's involved with a bar, with a restaurant, with a pub, with a hotel is there, and they can buy all the stuff in one room that they need for that. And all the people are there, so it's very, very good. It's not the cheapest, but we got a massive return on our investment. Gives you a good opportunity as well to network with your existing customers and network with your peers in the in your sector, which is very good. And like you said, maybe have a look at specific sector events like that, or it might be IT, or it might be engineering stuff where you can really you'll have a niche, can't you? So all your key decision makers in IT, in engineering, in hospitality will all be there. Yeah,
definitely. And
you can grab them.
A company that I know locally, you know them too.
Oh, hi.
And they went to an expo recently, and they said they did really well from it, and it gave me a bit of inspiration, really. So it's having something. I think you did well at your expo, but it's having something that people want to. They might not want to come to your stand for what you've got to sell, but if you've got something really engaging and intriguing on your stand that bring people there, then you've got them there. And then you can tell them what you do, give them business cards, stay in touch with them. So they had an escape room.
Right.
And I mean, obviously this is going to cost a lot of money, but so I don't think I could do something like that. But it gave me an idea of having something that people would want to come and play and do. So they had but their stand was really busy because people would come and do in the escape room.
That took a long time.
No, I think it was like a mini one.
Okay, great.
But yeah,
I've got an idea.
Oh my God, I would love that.
I've got an idea. You know those things? I'm just going to draw it now. Just one sec. Talk amongst yourselves.
So whilst you do that, I had an idea of have you seen Gladiators?
You know that?
I can't see it.
So it's 30 seconds, and every time on here, a light will light up, and you've got to press the light.
Okay.
And it's the person who gets it in the short amount of time wins something. It's like a leaderboard.
Yes, it's a game. Yeah, you have a leaderboard.
It's really good.
But yeah, stuff like that. Or I was thinking, the event Duel on Gladiators.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a little bit different to this.
We could get
like proper helmets and all that.
Yeah, but maybe more foam.
I think it's
what are they called?
Paper.
No, the things that they hold.
Yeah, there would be foam, wouldn't they? There would be
They look like they're made out of the material of a punch bag on Gladiator, so we'll just make them a bit softer to avoid injury.
You could probably rent those for sure, but
right,
yeah.
Okay, no, not bugle.
Bugle.
I don't know what they're called. Anyway, well, there you go. So yeah, it's just having something that's memorable, that's interesting. Everything about your marketing, whether it's in person, print, digital, has to be engaging. It's not just about you telling people stuff. It's about engaging with your audience, captivating their attention. And you can do that in a variety of fun ways. It doesn't have to just be ramming what you do down people's throats. They're just human people. Engage with them. And then when you've got their attention, then you can talk to them about what you can do and how that might help them. But you need to get their attention first.
Have a point of difference.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
We won a contract to do a giant amount of beer to Manchester Pride in August on the back of...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
And 10,000 cans.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is not an insignificant amount.
No, it isn't. And I'm going to go to Pride. I've never been to Pride before. Right, we've got a marketing Q&A here.
Ooh, okay. Are you the Q and I'm the A?
I am.
I'm the A.
What is the definition of success for each of these various platforms?
Clients.
Great.
More money.
Yeah, it is. It is. But how would you...
I'm getting excited. I like a Q&A.
Each costs a different amount in terms of money and resources to get onto each one, doesn't it? So
Yeah, so most of these are free. It's just the ones we've taught, obviously the exhibitions could cost you money. Your podcast might cost you a little bit of money to use Buzzsprout every week or SoundCloud, because you need to pay.
Yeah.
And then you might want a little bit of help, but TikTok is free, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn is free. We pay £50 a month per person, so it's a low spend. What else have we talked about? And obviously the website, the SEO, the PPC, possibly the highest price point of everything that we do.
So how and when do you review the content and the metrics of the stuff that you put out across these channels? So for example, on your TikTok, would you review the content? Would you review the metrics? And depending on what you review, would you change something? Same with Instagram, same with LinkedIn. Well, you've already mentioned LinkedIn, to be fair. But would you have when would you review? Because there's a lot of channels here and a lot of platforms, isn't, to push stuff to?
I would say weekly basis and weekly, monthly, and then your overall annual results in terms of spend. Because especially the social media, things change all the time because of the algorithms. Right. So you need to be constantly reviewing your analytics and demographics and your successes and looking at so every Monday morning we have our sales and marketing meeting.
Okay.
Rachel brings the marketing stats. So over the last week,
every week,
which posts on which platforms have had the most engagement? What were those topics? How were they worded? What pictures did we use? And then we'll try and emulate it. Now we've moved to Buzzsprout. We can do that with the podcast. And then we do that with... Do that with YouTube and TikTok as well.
That's a great answer. I think it's the right answer. Next question. Do you have a strategy to grow the subscribers not stroke follower? I don't think there are any of those people. Followers on each platform.
Yeah. So the LinkedIn, we absolutely do have a strategy on all of them. LinkedIn is possibly the most long-standing strategy, and that is everybody has X number of people they need to go and send new connections to, X number of people to send messages to existing connections.
Yes.
So that's how we grow followers or our audience on LinkedIn.
Yep.
Possibly the same with Facebook and Instagram. So it's inviting people on Facebook to come and follow the page.
Great. Okay.
Going and follow. I think you like pages.
Like the page
on Facebook. Instagram is harder because it's all about content and obviously following other people.
Right.
It's a harder strategy because you've got to do a lot more, and you're not able to directly influence it by inviting people. Same with YouTube.
Okay.
They have to come and subscribe and follow of their own volition. Yeah. So they're the two tricky ones at the moment, and TikTok, I would say.
Okay.
Podcast. We don't know really because we've only just moved over to Buzzsprout, which will then give us that data. So that again, it's probably the same as YouTube, TikTok.
I got some data last year. We're saying it's not true.
Yeah, I don't think it's true. Burst my bubble there a little bit. Well, yeah, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and the podcast are harder. There is a strategy, but it's more content led, and then going and following, liking, subscribing to other people in the hope that they will then return the favour. Facebook, you have more control over because you can invite people to like your page.
You've already touched. This is the final question. Well, we're going to wrap this podcast up for you, ladies and gentlemen, in one nice and beautiful bow. How do you choose what goes out and when? You talked about that a little bit on LinkedIn, as in you can look at the demographic, you can look at the sector that you want to work in that specific month, for example. But on more fun related, obviously I know what happens with the podcast, but like on TikTok, how do you choose what goes out and when goes out? Like, would you like to do one post a day, and who's like in charge of finding that content, for example?
So Lindsay looks after TikTok. One post goes out a day.
One a day, great.
So we have weekly and monthly brainstorming sessions about ideas. All the team are tasked with, if they see a TikTok that's quite engaging, that we could then do it with the sound. So we submit ideas into a group, and then Lindsay will we books it in everyone's calendar, whoever is involved in that TikTok, and then we record those TikToks. So we've always got a library of content ready to post.
Very good.
And then we have a monthly marketing strategy across social media. So we decide on the topic, the theme, the focus, and then we go through it day by day in terms of what that should go out. It's all loaded onto a Trello board. Images are picked, and then every week it's scheduled onto the individual platforms.
You got that shizzle locked down. You got that locked down.
So a lot of work goes into it.
Yes.
But the whole team are involved.
Yeah, and then they feel engaged and empowered and part of something cool.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Amazing. Hopefully something we've said today helps someone who's listened or watched.
Peanut butter in the bath.
Peanut butter in the bath. I mean, so every time I have a bath now, his little head pops up. It's like he's going, are you having a peanut butter?
Any peanut butter? Any peanut? No. See you in a bit, guys.
And he's always so disappointed when
They will be.
because he gets his peanut butter, so he runs into the bathroom. He's well excited. You put him in the bath, put the peanut, and then you get the shower out, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot about this part."
Oh man, don't do that.
Just leave that off. Let's have a dry bath.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening. If you're not doing already, did you blow a kiss to the
Yes, to my fans.
If you've made it all the way to the podcast, thank you. I'm not going to blow a kiss to the camera. Please follow us on all the platforms that we mentioned before. You will get value and you will get a lot of joy, and they will make you laugh and smile in equal measure, I'm absolutely sure. That's all now. What happens at the end now? Do we do that? Is the
outro?
Is the jingle? Is the outro definitely there? What do we say?
I think the outro is there, just not the intro.
The outro is there. Well, you're going to hear Emily and Laura now. You won't see them, but you'll hear them.
Hopefully. We sound like we've made some changes recently. We can't remember what they all
really
are.
need to know.
We will check for the next one.
Well, all right.
But come to the Freshies next week. Follow us on Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, Amazon
Music. Right. Goodbye.
Thanks so much, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.